Over human history, pandemics have affected social, political, interaction, cultural, economic, and population aspects of communities. Even from the 13th century, there have been major pandemics that have affected the human race. The Black Death occurred from the 13th century to the 17th century and has many similarities to present day pandemics such as the swine flu. The Black Death was one of the most devastating pandemics in human history, probably resulting from the Yersinia pestis bacteria. It was most likely carried by rats on board ships trading in Europe.
Come on, sailor, let's go put the cargo on the ship. Alright, let's go trade to other countries in Europe. I think I have the Black Death from all these rats.
Flu began in March 2009 when 60% of the population of La Gloria, Veracruz, Mexico, falling ill with a unknown respiratory illness. It was originally believed to be caused by the H3N2 flu virus by the Mexican government. However, one patient tested positive for H1N1, the swine flu.
Oink, oink.
Oh no. Sit down, sir. Are you okay? You have the swine flu.
The Black Death affected social aspects in that family and friends shunned and ignored each other just so they didn't get infected. It was a terrible time. In addition, the nobles began to dress more to emphasize social status, and when the nobles acted out, the peasants would often rise up against their overlords, beginning to collapse the feudal system. The first of these revolts was the Northern France Peasant Revolt in 1358 and the Guild Member Revolt in 1378. These changed the world forever.
You get away from it! No, Mom, take care of me. I'm sick and have the Black Death.
No, child. All your friends and family abandoned you. Sorry, son.
Oh, okay.
2 babies would die in La Gloria and would not be tested before burial. Swine flu would end over a year later in August 2010, but not after killing many and causing many more to fall ill. This disease, like many epidemics before, frightened everyone. Socially, it wasn't as big a deal as the Black Death, but it did scare people.
My poor child. You have the swine flu. I'm pretty scared of this epidemic, but I will stay here for him.
On March 17, the Mexican government confirmed the original virus as H1N1. The massive impact of the plague affected even the people of highest power. When kings and rulers died from the disease, all laws and authority were lost. In Europe, the plague put an end to the feudal system.
Go.
Riot!
Don't steal from my store. Stop.
The Mexican government had to close most of its public and private facilities to attempt to contain the disease. Work in general was put on hold in parts of Mexico. The swine flu caused great political strife between the governments of the world. When the Mexican government acknowledged their slow realization of what the outbreak actually was, when they said that they did not have adequate facilities to know that the H1N1 virus was the cause of the outbreak, and not H2N3. They had to send their samples north to Canada in order to realize that they were seeing a whole new sort of flu virus.
It seems that we do not have the technology to stop the swine flu and create a cure. Que lástima. It will have to send up the samples to Canada for help.
Thanks for the sample, Pedro. We will surely use them to help create a cure, eh?
The Black Death caused a near total collapse of trade across Afro-Eurasia due to a decrease in the movement of people, goods, and money as they lay dead, dying, or scared in their homes. In addition, financial institutions began to blur, and nobles began to dress far more extravagantly.
Hello, anyone? Any merchants around? Does anyone want to trade with me? Hello? Hello?
During the swine flu outbreak, the stock exchanges of the world went into a slight decline. Not only was this decline because of the deaths and periods away from the workplace, but also because of a lack of confidence in the global economy. In addition, travel plans were affected.
Flight 2B, ready for boarding.
Darn, that's our plane. I was super excited to go to Paris, but I'm downright sick as a dog.
Shucks, me too. There goes our plane.
Because Europe was in such despair and was very desperate for a cure of the Black Death, doctors were becoming very needy, and they worked a lot to find a cure. So medicine and knowledge about health advanced a good amount.
Here, eat this. Golly, wow. I found out so much about medicine and health from working on the Black Death so much.
Culture did not really change much because of the swine flu. The only place it changed was medical technology, due to researchers trying to discover a cure for the swine flu.
Jeez Louise, look at this cure we just found. I'm so happy we found it.
With this terrible epidemic, the Black Death led to about 75 million deaths in Europe. After only 5 months of spreading in August 2009, the H1N1 virus has claimed 1,462 lives, according to the World Health Organization. By April 19, 2010, the WHO has confirmed 12,000 deaths worldwide in over 200 nations. However, later studies have concluded that there might be over 203,000 deaths.
Tell, O Sicily and ye, the many islands of the sea, the judgments of God. Confess, O Genoa, what thou hast done, since we of Genoa and Venice are compelled to make God's chastisement manifest. Alas, our ships enter the port, but of 1,000 sailors hardly 10 are spared. We reach our homes, our kindred and our neighbors come from all parts to visit us. Woe to us, and for we cast at them the darts of death.
In the name of Christ, amen. July 23rd, 1348, your Selina, daughter of the late Thomas Ursel and widow of the late Figlio Carius, known as Carino, parchment maker in the parish of San Biagio, healthy in mind and intellect but sick in body, declares her will thus. She leaves 5 lire for the benefit of her soul to be distributed by her hearers as they deem most useful for her soul, of which 5 lire, 5 solidi, 20 solidi equaled 1 lire, are to go to Don Gerardus, her parish priest, and the rest are to be distributed as she said above. She leaves 20 lire for her daughter, Yosaveta, daughter of the late Figlio Caris, known as Carino, demanding that she be quiet and content with this sum for all of her goods and property, movable and immovable, and all her rights and actions, both now and in the future. She institutes as universal heirs her 3 sons, Thomas, Johannes, Bernardus, sons of the late.
In conclusion, though the Black Death and the swine flu were over 700 years apart. They still have many similarities in cultural, political, economic, social, interactive, and population. But at the same time, they also have a lot of differences, and all that was highlighted in this video.